Programming is dead. Software engineers are done. Don't even bother learning to code. Have you seen these or similar tweets and messages online? Well, so have I, and after spending over 12 years navigating the constantly shifting technical landscape as a software engineer, I'm here to show you why they're wrong. Then I'll show you what I plan to do in 2025 to make this my best year as a software engineer and how you can too. So let's summarize and analyze the Doomsday message. People keep screaming, the sky is falling, the sky is falling. They preach doom and gloom with wild takes like this one, with no context and no thought having gone into it, and they're not helpful in the slightest. They think the whistleblowers are helping people avoid disaster when all they're doing is just rage and clickbaiting people and inciting fear. Programming languages will disappear and will be replaced by English, apparently. I don't know about you, but even the most articulated people I know struggle to communicate what they want in spoken language, so that doesn't bode well. Also, apparently anyone can code now and is now considered technical. That's like saying everyone is a polyglot because they can have Google Translate run a conversation for them. Or you can just have AI do all the coding for you. Never mind when there's a bug or it breaks or does something unexpected. So many people use these tools and see what looks like magic, which to be fair, it does look like. I felt the same way when seeing it first. And because they don't understand it, they assume it's over for everybody. And let's be real, they've been saying this for decades. People who put little thought into their words and have big claims should be scrutinized. Sagan's razor states, extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence. I've paid close attention to this topic because I'm in the line of sight for these claims. And yet I haven't seen any evidence to prove that these claims are anything but speculation. Let's be honest, most companies are still 5 to 10 years behind with their tech. And some companies can barely keep their tech together with dedicated people that look after it. But we expect them to replace all software engineers with AI models they'll have to look after, supervise, and support. That's the Doomsday narrative summarized. So let me tell you why I think programming and software engineering will do just as well, and if not better, in 2025. And then what I plan to do in 2025 to become a better software engineer so that you can too. This is not the end. This is just another path. Just like Gandalf said. And I don't think AI is the death of programming anyway, but if it was, we would simply see a transition from software and programming from one form to another. The software field has been evolving and changing over decades. One technology and language being phased out is simply replaced by something else that is more suited to the time. AI is going to be an augmenter for those who can already code and an enabler for those who can't. If you play around with these tools, you'll find that they're capable of a lot of things. And as I've played with some and then watched and read about others, here's a few things that I've noted. The AI tools use code generated by us. This sounds really obvious, but it's an important point. The AIs use libraries, frameworks, and languages created by us. You don't see AI models building web experiences with just raw HTML, JavaScript, and CSS. They don't build it from the ground up. They use the frameworks and libraries we've built and build on top of those. They're trained off of our data, our code, and our projects. Similar to the first point, but all their capabilities stem from the training data they are built upon. Everything we've built that's been open source and publicly accessible, these AI models have been trained on. They still struggle with correctness. We still have to prompt to correct it when there is mistakes, and some of those mistakes are very, very difficult to fix unless you know the framework and tool that it's using. If it gets itself into a bit of a twist or finds an esoteric bug, then it's kind of done for. The human still plays a big part in the process. Without us and our contributions, the models are limited and they can't get very far. These are tools. Tools can be incredibly powerful, but without the craftsmen, remain just tools. So here's how to conquer the fear in 2025 and what I plan to do as well. Put your blinkers on. Have you ever seen a racehorse? They have these little eye patch looking things on the side of their head. Do you know why they have them? It's so their peripheral vision is restricted and they mainly just see straight ahead. They put these on the horse so they have an easier time concentrating, are less likely to be spooked by things around them, and so their vision is protected. They create focus on the direct line of sight for their goal. If you want to make progress and give yourself the best chance of hitting your next goal, put your blinkers on. Reduce the amount of information coming in so that you can focus 100% on driving towards something meaningful and purposeful for you instead of listening to random people who have no investment in you. Main character syndrome. There's a whole subreddit around this term, and it's really funny, but also kind of depressing. Don't take it to that extreme, but do treat yourself as the main character in your life story, because you are. A lot of people spend their time wishing they were someone else, following someone else, acting, behaving, and choosing based on somebody else's motives and expectations. Tell your own story, follow your own path, and yes, put yourself first. You need to help yourself before you can help others. That's why they always tell you in safety instructions on airplane flights that if the oxygen masks come down, put yours on first. Of course, we want to look after our loved ones and support people. We can't do that if we waste time and effort on things that don't directly benefit us. Consume less, follow less, and instead, create more, experiment more, learn more, and teach more. Follow your genuine curiosity and you will be more fulfilled and valuable as a result. Delete X or mute people. I really don't like calling it X, it'll always be Twitter, but we gotta move on. And as much as I love using X to see what's trending, for communicating with people around the world, and to see some incredible work from some incredibly talented people, I also kind of hate it. It can be a big time suck with doom scrolling and diving down an information rabbit hole that's just too interesting. It can also be a big anxiety inducer for me as I compare myself against other people's capabilities. Comparison is the thief of joy, but also progress. I'm going to delete it off my phone so that I only use it when I sit down at my desktop computer to use it for a social media engagement session. At least then I limit my exposure, I don't ruin my mindset, my mood, and clutter my headspace with information that stops me from taking action. I've also started to unfollow, mute, swipe away accounts that trigger this negative spiral for me. If they're just noisy accounts with no value for me, then I just get them out. Simple. No need to complicate it. I'm relatively thick-skinned, so I don't really care too much about unhelpful criticism or rage bait, but I am a harsh critic, so I will critique myself against others that are doing really great work. If their work doesn't inspire me, but instead fills me with anxiety and self-doubt, I'll just block it out. Ignorance is bliss, so better to be unaware with a healthy mind than bombarded and miserable. Test yourself and the machine. It's so true when they say, keep your friends close and your enemies closer. It's true in the sense that you want to know what your enemy is up to. And if this is the case, you want to keep AI tools close at hand. Going back to the lack of understanding inducing fear, get a basic understanding. Use these tools for yourself. See what they're capable of. See how they can benefit you. Don't treat them like the plague at arm's distance at all times. Try Bolt, Windsurf, Cursor, GitHub Copilot, Claude, ChatGPT. Use them and understand them. See how much you're both capable of. It could be that AI can enhance your current skill set and open the doors to implementing things you might have struggled with before. Test your technical might and test the machine. Faster than ever before. Nothing beats a great teacher. Truly great teachers are irreplaceable because they not only understand domain and technical knowledge, but they also know how to relay that information onto someone who doesn't already know it. Unfortunately, great teachers are hard to come by and it can be expensive to get personalized tutoring. AI could actually be very good for parts of teaching. By having conversation with AI, we can get personalized feedback based on our input. There's still hallucinations and inaccuracies to deal with, but it can be a valuable source to learn things faster by getting more real-time feedback compared to something like reading a blog or watching a video. Use AI to get to your goals faster. Get that AWS certification. Complete that project. Study quicker and more effectively for that exam. Use it to go faster. Probably 80% of software engineers out there are not taking advantage of this. Remember, AI is an augmenter for those who already know how to code. It's like replacing a sledgehammer with a jackhammer. Maybe not the best analogy, but you know what I mean. Remember why you started or why you want to start programming. I remember why I started programming. It was the first time where I could match what I could see in my mind and what I could actually create. It was a creative medium for me. I still sucked at the beginning, but it was a form of creation I enjoyed more than any other because it combined my systematic mind with my creative mind. I loved being able to create something that could serve a real purpose as well. Both of those things are still true today. Friedrich Nietzsche said, He who has a why to live can bear almost anyhow. If you have a strong why to your want to programming, then follow it. Why not? Genuine curiosity, meaning, and purpose will carry you much further instead of just leaning into whatever trend is going on at the time. Fundamentals are always valuable. Always. This tweet from Guillermo Rauch summarizes my point beautifully. He doesn't explicitly mention AI here, but the logic still applies. You outsource your thinking and understanding, you're going to handicap yourself in some way, especially when things go wrong. The person who really understands comes along and fixes it. Everyone else can only sweat, panic, and run around like a headless chicken trying to figure out the answer. The Primager makes a good point with this short as well. If we all just accept that AI is going to take over everything, wouldn't it be better if we knew what it was capable of and what it was building? Also, software engineering is not just programming. It's problem solving, communicating, designing, etc. It's thinking. Use it or lose it, they say. I am by no means a great engineer. I'll not claim to outdo these AI models by any means, but there are simply parts of the process of software engineering that AI simply can't replace yet. I'd say please don't be stilted by the fear that everybody is peddling out there. Hope is the mindset that we need, but it's not a strategy, so please come away with this and put in the work, be a craftsman, really take pride in your work, and remember, don't give in to the fear. Remember what Bruce Lee once said, emotion can be the enemy. If you give in to your emotion, you lose yourself. You must be at one with your emotions, because the body always follows the mind. Bruce Lee. If you liked this video and feel more hopeful for the future, then watch this next video where I share some of the best lessons I learned from great software engineers and how they got ahead of 99% of other developers.